Sorry, Sultan, but I need to make this video. Let's just start out the video by mentioning how irritating siblings are. You have the younger siblings that typically receive all the attention despite their evilness in their eyes that only you can see. And/or you have the typical older sibling that always tries to bully you or somehow one-up you. Siblings are annoying because no matter what kind of sibling they are, they will always get in the way of what you're trying to do. Whether you're on that nice app called Snapface or playing Minecraft, they can sometimes get in the way, or somehow sabotage you into doing something that often involves cunning blackmail. As for me, I have a sister, an older sister. So if you really think about it, I was the annoying sibling. However, out of the many things involving irritation, it wasn't me who used cunning blackmail. It was my older sister's scams. It was very predictable blackmails, but inescapable. Whether it was weak blackmails to serious blackmails, she was there and she used it to a high degree. Sure, not as high as to threaten my social reputation, but mild enough to do it monthly. Sometimes it was stupid stuff, sometimes it was clearing out the dishwasher. But it wasn't as passive-aggressive as Alex's little sister. She was more aggressive than passive-aggressive. Or is more aggressive than passive-aggressive. Either way, she made me do stuff that I usually didn't want to. And if you guys see where I'm going with this, then congratulations, you are on the right train on the right track. But for those of you who are still in the dark, let's just say she made me do something with tomato sauce to not like it. And that already sounds ominous, doesn't it? Well, in order to introduce such a story, you need a background or something to relate. So to kind of introduce you guys into this story, my sister often controlled me to do certain activities, whether it was involuntary or partly voluntary. She made me do stuff. I was around a young age, so around 7 to 12 years old, where she made me do stuff that I usually don't like. So, and this is the story of the time, that I was offered a food. Delicious, you might say. Well, that's awfully nice. She offered you food. What is worse than that? Now, before I say anything more, she took a bite of it first, and then offered it to me. The story goes downhill from here. I didn't catch on to this since I thought she was being generous. I know that was kind of a gullible move, but I didn't think too much of it. The food she offered me, let's just say it was a bit off. It was weird. It was like this food that resembled a different type of some macaroni or some sort of noodles or something, and that thing was goated in tomato sauce. It looked like a huge chunk of tomato sauce was there. And to get this point across, here is a PNG of a tomato sauce bottle. She used around half the canister. Half the canister! In a medium-sized bowl you could hold in your hands. I'm not exaggerating here. Half the freaking canister! That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You only use that much if you're cooking a decent batch of spaghetti. You can't just gloat things in tomato sauce. You just can't do that. You need to keep a nice moderation with tomato sauce, or at least for me. So she offered me this scoop with tons of tomato sauce. I accepted. Sure, it's probably good. Free snack at lunchtime. Why not? I eat this thing. I can't eat it. It was so gross it enabled my gag reflex before I could actually eat it. Oh, but Rogue, did you try plugging your nose and cramming it down your throat? Is what you would probably say. And yes, I did do that. And it was the only way to actually eat it without triggering my gag reflex. It was like shoveling down Brussels sprouts, Ebola, and the worst thing you've ever tasted, personified and multiplied towards different calibers. It was gross. I looked at my sister. Yeah, no. She made me eat it. I physically could not eat it. I threw up at the third bite, and it got exponentially worse, and I managed to eat 6 bites. I puked at 3, and I got to 6. The damage was exponential. I was already dying at 4 bites. And I managed to choke out 6. 6! This, and some this. 6! After that, I said no. She's throwing that thing away regardless of whether she wants to. I'm out. It was gross and gloated with tomato sauce. And from there, it basically scarred my experience with tomato sauce. Every time I have tomato sauce, I'm essentially reminded of the experience of having that disgusting thing. Which is one of the reasons as to why I no longer like it. It will never be tomato time. And I doubt anyone has much of a bad experience as I did. And if you think you have, you probably ate your family. But still, say it down in the comments if you do exist and actually watch these videos if you had such an experience. Now, I know that Sultan Sketches, another animation YouTuber, had already done this, but he said he doesn't like tomatoes. Now, as shady as it sounds to shove them under a rug like this, I have my own reasons as to why I don't like tomato sauce, and I feel like I shouldn't be discouraged for making a second version of basically the same thing when I have my own reasons. But since I feel like I'm stealing his video, here's a link to his YouTube channel and video in description. And keep this in mind that while you're clicking off my video, that is not only betraying my trust, you evil vampires, but that was the very first video he posted on his YouTube channel. So don't expect much from it. Roll the end credits. Tomato sauce is gross. That's all I really have to conclude in this video to get this point across. And if my sister is watching, are you still proud of yourself? Anyways guys, I'm still a newbie at this and I really need to get stuff up and on the board to at least become recognized by one random person. It's almost like I'm writing a journal on a survival island with nobody to contact. But if you are watching, I hope you enjoyed, perhaps subscribe, maybe check out this video. I don't know, tons of questions, but just do stuff. Bye!